Sorry. By the way, the basis of a good healer, one of the first, one of the first most important things is energetically the healer should be expanded or have a stronger energy field than the person they're doing healing work on. The main reason for that is because the energy is going to affect the client or the patient's energy. So if you walk into a situation energetically, then there's not much influence energetically. So if you want to heal quickly or affect quickly, you are both asking questions about work, is you have to put yourself in this state where you're energetically super expanded before you start. Does that make sense? So you walk in and you remember, for just a few seconds, I'm a spiritual being, I'm not my physical body. I'm made up of light, love, and lots of power. So you remember that few seconds, you immediately start expanding. Then you're like, okay, now I can work. So all you're going to do is ask the person to point to where their pain is. Where's the pain? On the front. And it hurts when you do what?
Any range of motion.
Okay, so if you try now, what happens?
In certain places it's okay.
So can you find where it hurts? Like find the motion that actually creates the pain. That hurt. Okay. That wasn't acting, that was pain. Okay. Hey, look good. Okay, so do it one more time and look for the pain. It hurts there. Yes? Okay. Move it back down. And then point to where it hurt when that pain happened.
It goes back, it's through the shoulder.
Okay, very good. Okay, cool. So all you're going to do in that situation is you use your scanning, you just slowly come in with your hand and you look for the energy emanating from the area she pointed to where the pain is. So if I come in, it feels here, slightly on the back. The back, it's here. On the front, it's here. And then on the right side, does it hurt? No? Okay. So here on the side, and on the back, and on the front. So she's an awesome example because you can learn two things at once. So you notice on this side, it's kind of like this. Yes? Yeah? Was that what you found with her energy field? About that? Yeah? Okay. So now she knows she's a good scanner. She's like, oh, the lecturer scanned the same thing as me. I must be good. I'm not crazy. Okay. So now what you do, you're just going to turn slightly more that way so they can see too. What happened with her when I'm scanning the front area, the energy comes to about here. On the back, it's also doing the same thing to about here. On the side, it's actually coming out to about here. So on the outside, she has what's called congestion or stuck energy. On the front and on the back, she's actually energetically depleted. And you can have both conditions. So it's interesting. Then the last thing I'm going to scan, which shoulders is very important, is I have to scan the armpit. The armpit has a minor chakra, which stores a lot of stuff. So I'm just going to hold your arm for a sec. Let go. Let go. Thank you. So I'm going to scan the energy emanating from her actual armpit. So if I scan for the armpit is very congested. Compared to everything else, the most stuff is stuck in there. So what I do is very simple. If you could see energy,
you would see congestion as a grayish energy field, and you would move your hand out and scan until you could find the edge of it. Again, if you were scanning for congestion, you would move your hand out slowly until you could find that edge and feel what it feels like. On the other hand, if you were scanning and your hand kept going inwards without finding an edge, you would gradually find that the area is energetically depleted.
You could just visualize that this area has some stuff that's stuck. So you can imagine this beautiful light being, and in one area there's like dark, stuck stuff. Imagine it as dark brown, dark gray, just clumped up dark stuff. If you could see energy and you looked at your hand and you saw this beautiful light emanating from your hand, you saw all this dirt in an area, you'd be like, why don't we get it out? And you just reach in there, grab it, and then stick it somewhere. You with me? So energetically, originally healers, that's all they would do. They would be able to see energy and they'd go like, huh? And then they'd pull it out and it'd look slightly brighter.
So if you could see energy, when you're sweeping, you'd see the light around your hand and you'd be grabbing anything that looks dark, grayish, or congested visually, and you just grab it, take it off, and chuck it away.
So, well, that's going to be good for me. Okay. So after you're done scanning, you feel the stuff. All you do is you imagine you're clairvoyant, or you can see energy, and you sweep inside that area, and you intend to remove any blocked energy, and you throw it. Imagine it going to the ocean. So I sweep, you just drop your arm. You sweep through, and you remove any idea or concept of anything blocked or congested. Grab, throw. So I sweep the outside, the front, the back. And then, just let me hold it, okay? Thanks. So then I feel again, so this has come in just by sweeping the top, and then whatever's left, in sets of 5, I grab, ocean, Not one ocean. Ocean. And yes, without sets of 5, it's not it doesn't have to be exact, it's just the idea. Okay, so that's much better there. Then my scan, before doing anything else, I check what's the progress energetically. Front, back, side, and then under. So before I do the last step, I'm going to ask her to check, see what she's experienced just from removing stuff. So let's see.
Still, but not, I have more range. Hurts here, but not.
Well, they can tell because you went like that before and you were like, ugh! So they can tell, even though you're not saying it, they can tell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you need to do more work on it.
Oh, yeah. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Okay, so the second part that's important is as you remove things, what a clairvoyant would see is the area they've removed literally old stuck energy from somewhat energetically is dimmer. It's not as bright. If you can see it energetically right now, it's much brighter, but it's not as bright as the rest of the body. So they would look at themselves and be like, I need to stick light in there. So they would naturally see this light everywhere and in their hands, so they'd absorb light and transfer light. Now some people do it through the hands, some absorb it through their body. Either way, it's okay. Pranic healing just uses a pump. So you absorb, transmit, absorb, transmit.
So as you focus on the receiving hand, it naturally draws in energy. Then you can focus on the giving hand and project it to the area you had just swept. And you'll notice the aura becomes brighter for the person receiving and the person transmitting.
Make sense? So I'm going to do that. She's just going to put her tongue to her palate. And all I want you to do is imagine that area as I do it, get really bright and absorb a lot of energy. Can you do that? Okay, great. Now, if I want the healing to go really fast, I keep remembering, I'm a spiritual being, she's a spiritual being. I'm made of energy, she's made of energy. Everything in her shoulder is pure energy. As the energy changes, the physical body follows. I imagine the energy going through the armpit, through the back, and the front. Last step, you just stabilize and tell the energy to stay there until it's absorbed and heals the body. Okay. So let's do it. Oh, you gotta wait. All right. So move it, see how it feels. You know the funnest part, after people improve, they're like, but where's the pain? They're like trying to make it like...
What you're familiar with. Yep.
Oh, that's good.